Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for FET.AI. This video is for a much more deeper analysis for FET, actually, because I went a little bit back into the history and I discovered some things that I might skip before, but it is very important to mention it now. Now I want to tell you also that this is my logarithmic chart that I use only for analysis. Of course, it might seem different than your trading platform chart, which it should look like this. However, for the better analysis, to get a better analysis view and so on, I use my logarithmic chart to get much more clearer waves, of course. And starting from the history, we can see here in this scenario where we have potentially an impulse, right? However, this impulse as a wave 1, it tells you that this is a wave 3, right? And then 4 and 5. However, inside your wave 3, you don't see any 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because this FIB level taken from, let's say this is a wave 1, the 0.38 FIB level has not been touched after taking this wave 1. So let's say this is wave 1, this is your wave 2. Your wave 2 did not even touch the 0.38 FIB level, which is the minimum requirement. It did not even touch the 0.23. Therefore, this is not considered at all as a 2 or 3 waves. This is just one full wave towards the downside. Therefore, I have to consider this is an A and then B and looking for a C here. However, this whole structure is ended up as WXY as a complex structure or kind of like a zigzag. However, I cannot consider it as impulse as before because of this situation here on the logarithmic chart, of course, where you might see it much more clearer. Now, we have to consider this 3 wave towards the downside, then we got 3 waves, clear 3 waves towards the upside, right? And as you can see, if this is A, B, and then B has overshooted, of course, of the start of this flat, then this become an expanding flat. And in your expanding flat, you want to see a wave C with a 5 wave impulsive towards the downside, whereas it's an impulse or even a diagonal, right? So we can see also a start already of a wave 1 potentially. Now looking, of course, at the whole scenario here or at the whole flat, it's not really possible that wave C is only reaching this price level here only in one case where you have a running flat hitting only the half of this flat. In that case, of course, if we are looking for a more prices towards the downside to finish the wave C, then we want to see a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, as you can see labeled in this orange label. Therefore, we are looking for wave 2 to be 3 waves towards the upside after having 5 waves towards the downside, as you can see here. And where is okay, X, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we want to see like 3 waves towards the downside and hitting the wave 2 or B at least inside this time box, of course, preferably for much more clear patterns and perfect patterns, right? And hitting at least the 0.38 FIB level for a wave B or wave 2. This is a minimum requirement, by the way, for a wave 2. So therefore, I think we still have a lot of time to hit this. I think here, if we are impulsive as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, once we reach higher than this higher high, this can be considered as wave A. Then we are looking for wave B, and then finally a wave C in a zigzag, of course, finishing a wave B or a wave 2. Right after this finished wave, we want to see, of course, continuation towards the downside with a wave C or a wave 3, but potentially it is a wave 3 much more possible, because we want to see an impulse towards the downside, right, for a wave C of an expanded flat. Now, This scenario, of course, is the most highest scenario that we might range a little bit much more here in this area, and then move down, of course, later on until we finish this wave B or wave 2 in 3 wave 1, 2, and 3, hitting the perfect time and the perfect targets, and then move down impulsively, of course, for a wave 3 and wave or a wave C. Now, looking at the 1 hour chart, if you want to take a look closely inside this 1 hour chart, we can see exactly that we have here kind of like an impulse. However, this wave 5 is not finished yet. We can see clearly 1, 2, the 2 has hit the 0.5 fib level, is okay. Then wave 3, the wave 4 has almost hit the 0.23 and did not hit the 0.38, but the wave 4 is totally common to hit only the 0.23. Therefore, it would be also okay for it. Then after this, we are looking, of course, here is your finished wave 4 as a flat. We are looking here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Somehow it is considered as just one wave. So what we are looking here is just 1 and then 2. Then what we want to see is a 3, 4, 5 finishing the wave 5 here of that white impulse labeled in white. So we want to see, of course, a finished wave A at least, if in case that is an impulse, of course, and we reach higher prices. So possibly if that is an impulse and we'll reach higher prices than this, then we want to see, of course, here a wave A and then 3 waves towards the downside for a wave B, of course, and then moving up again towards wave C to finish, of course, to finish as this wave B in white, right? So just to mention that, of course, it can also be that we do not take the high. In that case, if we don't take the high, then we are looking only for 3 waves towards the upside, and then we are looking again to 3 waves towards the downside, finishing this wave B, and then looking for 3 waves toward the wave C towards the upside. And in that way, once we finish this wave B or 2, possibly as we saw in our daily analysis, that we want to exactly hit this wave B or wave 2, in that way here we can see that it can be finished, of course, in both case scenarios. In both case scenarios, where if you have like a wave 5 towards the upside, you want to see, of course, finished here, of course, you want to see 3 waves towards the downside and then 5 waves towards the upside, finishing this wave B or 2. Or in case we are in 3 waves and then 3 waves down, then we want also to finish this wave towards the upside. Therefore, the range is still gonna take longer a little bit in this area to finish, of course, this correction of a wave B or wave 2, which it has much more possibility as wave 2, because as we saw on our daily chart, we want to move on. After all, after finishing this correction, we want to move on towards the downside with a wave 3, 4, and 5, finishing, of course, this expanded flat as A, B, and a C. So I hope that this was clearer now for FET, what is going on inside it. And to recap everything, so we are looking to range, of course, a little bit here, finishing this wave B and wave 2, and then looking for a wave 3 or a wave C towards the downside, finishing, of course, an expanded flat in A, B, and a C. And that was all for FET. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for the channel and hit the like button if you like the content. Thank you for watching again. See you in the next videos. Bye bye.